Mga kababayan, hello. Ako ako po sila na your walk buddy from Manila to the Middle East. At ngayon, we are diving deep into this juicy political drama na talaga namang makakapagpainit ng ulo nyo, mga kaibigan. Ayan ha. Okay ha, so we will be diving deep into this juicy political drama. Talaga po ha. Okay, imagine mga kaibigan, isang Senate hearing kung saan parang boxing match, no? Senador Jinggoy Estrada, palong-palo na kay Sara Diskaya. Tapos, iwan na lang daw kay Senador Marcoleta ang susunod na round. Ano ba ito? Tag team sa wrestling, sa politika? Okay, let me paint a picture para maintindihan po natin lahat ito. Habang tayo rito sa Pilipinas o sa abroad, shoutout sa mga kababayan natin dyan sa Dubai, sa United Arab Emirates at Toronto, Canada, ha? Struggling with remittances para sa pamilya. May mga contractors na nagra-racket sa flood control projects na worth billions. Si Sara Diskaya, owner ng maraming construction firms, grilled hard no, sa Senate Blue Ribbon Committee. Luxury cars, 40 na yata, from Rolls-Royce to Bentley. Taxpayers money ba yan? Question mark po yun ha. Parang meme ha. Flooded ang kalsada, pero flooded din ang garage nila ng luho, mga kaibigan. This is part of the bigger flood control scandal under the Marcos admin ha. Ghost projects, corruption allegations, mismanagement. Today, sa ilang mga minuto natin pag-uusap at pag-dive natin na ganito, we will break it down, the facts, the satire, the policy impacts on youth, mga kabataan, OFWs, balance ha. We will look at both sides, pro-government, defenses, and critical views, mga kaibigan. Okay, balance ha. We will look at both sides, mga kaibigan. Siyempre, di ba? This is part of the bigger flood control scandal under the Marcos admin. Hindi naman po to Duterte admin eh. No? Marcos admin po yan. Mga ghost projects, corruption allegations, mismanagement, nako po, yari na. Siyempre po, ano yan, no? Yung parang, hindi naman po yan sa hanggang sekretary lang eh. Hanggang presidente yan. Siyempre, di ba? Ghost projects nga eh. Bakit hindi na monitor? Ay, sino ba nag-budget? Di po ba kayo din? Ha? Sa Marcos admin din, corruption allegation, syempre, di ba? Mismanagement. Ibig sabihin, kung hindi man intention yan, may mismanagement, mga kaibigan. Okay? Yun po ang katotohanan doon, ha? Yan. Okay. Ay, nako. Nakakainit lang talaga ng ulo, mga kaibigan. Syempre, di ba? Bakit po ganito? Kaya sa mga kabataan at OFWs, ha? We will look at both sides. Pro-government defenses, and syempre mga critical views natin, mga kaibigan. Okay, pero bago tayo mag-start, ano lang naman tayo, no? If you are an OFW in Saudi Arabia or Los Angeles, California, USA, hit that subscribe button. Like, comment your thoughts in Taglish, share sa Facebook groups, and send super thanks para suportahan ang content like this. Para sa higher ad revenue, ha? Para sa inyo rin ito. Let's walk together. #WalkWithLan. Okay, mga kaibigan, ha? Okay. Talagang grabe, no? Grabe po talaga ang mga nangyayari, no? Okay, mga Gen Z at millennials, listen up. This ain't just boring politics. This is about your future. Future po ang pag-usapan natin. Simula noong 2024, umusbong ang allegations ng corruption sa flood control projects under President Marcos. Over 5,500 projects daw implemented. Naku po. Pero bakit flooded pa rin ang Metro Manila every rainy season, no? Shout out sa mga nasa Quezon City, Metro Manila, Philippines at Cebu City. Alam nyo yan. Okay, ayon sa Wikipedia at Senate reports, mga kaibigan, may 545.6 billion pesos from 2022 to 2025. Pero only 15 contractors got 100 billion pesos. That's 18% monopolies. Anyone? Okay. Parang oligarchy sa construction. And wow, government says it's for efficiency, but critics like Senator Erwin Tusbo call it grand robbery. Kickbacks up to 70%, leaving 30% for actual work. This mismanagement means higher taxes affecting OFW remittances. Imagine, yung pera mo from hard work in Singapore or Hong Kong, ginagamit sa ghost project. Excuse me po. Isang engineer from DPWH, anonymous for safety, shared in interviews, projects for sales to mayors with bribes, no? Similar to scandals in Brazil or Indonesia where corruption delays infrastructure, hurting the youth job market. Okay, bakit ba laging underwater ang Pinas, no? Kasi yung projects underwater deals. But seriously, this hits OFWs in Australia and United Kingdom. Your families back home suffer from floods. Now, the star of the show, Sara Diskaya o si Sara Rowena Cruz, owner ng St. Timothy Construction at Alpha and Omega. Her companies bid for hundreds of projects, 491 bids in 2022, winning 71. Sa hearing noong September 1, 2025, palong-palo siya ng questions from senators. Okay, imagine nyo mga kaibigan, no? Si Sara sitting there with her luxury vibe. 40 cars worth 300 to 465 million pesos. Senator Jinggoy Estrada, Senate President pro tempore, probably led the charge. You bought that from the taxpayers' money? Sagot niya, no sir. No? Okay, bakit may favoritism? Her firms get only access to project list before NEP. Parang fast pass sa Disneyland, pero sa corruption, mga kaibigan. Okay, she's legit a businesswoman, family-owned firms, but allegations, ghost projects in Bulacan worth 96.49 million pesos, delays in Iloilo, intellectual insight naman natin, this exposes weak bidding laws under RA 9184. Less infrastructure means fewer jobs in engineering for fresh grads. OFWs in Japan or Qatar, your remittances fund this. Demand transparency, mga kaibigan. Do you change your cars every day? Tanong sa hearing. No, for family, di family fleet, shout out sa mga nasabihan. Saudi Arabia at Sydney, Australia. Relate ba kayo? Okay, lanwat na lang inawat na lang ni Senator Marcoleta. As chair of the Blue Ribbon Committee, he launched Philippines Underwater investigation in August 2025. Moto proprio, probe on ghost projects, license, renting. Okay, Marcoleta, Duterte ally, but here's his tough questioning. Diskaya on bidding monopolies, no? Your main company is always favored. Parang family reunion sa bidding. He archived VP Sara Duterte's impeachment, separate issue, showing alliances, but on this, he's probing Marcos administration. Okay, COA audit ordered. Lifestyle checks on contractors, no? Like US anti-corruption laws. We need a stronger FOI. For OFWs in Canada or Italy, this means better infrastructure for your return. No more floods ruining homes. Bribery attempt in Batangas, mga kaibigan. 5 billion pesos ghost project exposed for sale projects. Parang Shopee sale, pero sa gobyerno. Okay. Mga kababayan sa Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, at New York. Wait, not listed, but US. Los Angeles, California, US. Okay. Gen Z, this scandal means delayed climate resilience. More typhoons like Krising and Dante in 2025, affecting your education and jobs. Government vetoed 16.7 million pesos redundant projects, pero billions wasted. Selective. Okay, remittances fuel 70% of the economy per Senator Subiri. But corruption eats it. In United States or Saudi Arabia, your hard-earned dollars demand accountability. Okay? Marcos plans for 500 billion pesos mega projects could help if transparent. Examine establishment narratives. Is this Marcos versus old oligarchs? Okay, parang Squid Game, no? Sa bidding, only few survive. If contractors have luxury cars, bakit tayo may luxury tax sa remittances? Okay, strengthen anti-corruption via digital bidding. Okay, shout out sa mga nasa Doha, Qatar at Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. To wrap up, mga kawok, the flood control scandal with Sara Diskaya grilled by Jinggoy and Marcoleta probing dip shows systemic issues. Corruption allegations real, but government defenses on efficiency impact youth jobs, OFW families. Para sa Better Philippines, voice out, shout out sa mga nasa Edmonton, Canada at Milan, Italy. You are part of this. Subscribe for more. Like if you agree, comment ano sa tingin mo. Share sa OFW groups and send super thanks, especially from the high ad revenue spots like US, UK, Australia. Hashtag Walk with Land para sa kabataan at OFWs. Salamat! See you next week. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas!